And here, in my humble opinion, is one of the most beautiful cards of one of the greatest players to ever play baseball. This Stan Musial card, right? It's the unassuming 58 All Star edition, but the freaking autograph on this one is beautiful. It's just so crisp. Um, Perfect placement, right? Next to his crazy, kind of gritty grin in the sports magazine 58 All Star selection tops card. Um, Man, I love these All Star selection cards. It's beautiful with the stars in the background, but the autograph is just like I saw this and I was like, man, I gotta win this one. Gotta win this bid. Because again, the autograph is such a unique factor on this card, right? It's something that otherwise is kind of set conventional, right? It's one of those newer vintage pieces, 58 All Star selection, but and this is just a really, really, really great example of the card. I really think the image is super, super crisp. Um, got a lot of love for those pen signatures. I got a good blue ballpoint one of Bob Feller and Gibson, but it's blue marker on 55 and 60 respectively. Um, oof. Yeah, towards the end of his career, right, and I think it really does memorialize that. I love these kind of closer to the end of career cards because they really do set this stage for what these players have done, right? For 17 years, he established record after record, delighted fans with his great clutch hitting, led the National League in batting, and early this season joined select group of all-time greats by collecting the 3,000th, right? Great capstone kind of piece on the career of an all-time great. Um, Again, right, the autograph is the reason that I went for this card in particular. I kind of go, maybe I'll have like two, maybe three cards of any given player. And I was kind of thinking, right, like what am I going to do for the Musial, right? I have a 50, it's like a 50 to 52 version of the Willie Mays exhibits. Had to do a lot of kind of detective work to determine what year it was from, right? Because you can actually tell what kind of small group of years each of the exhibit sets are from by reading into a couple of clues that map onto the card. And I love that process. It's like the process of, let's say I want to get one card or one example of one player, right? There's that process of what makes this card unique or why do I choose this card. It's the curation aspect. There's no other other version of I think the Musial that I would want, right? I mean, I could definitely think of those rookie Musials, right? But there's something to be said for what makes a card unique, right? Because there's very little about baseball cards that's particularly unique. I mean, you could say, oh, scarcity, there's only one version of this or XYZ. I tend to look at the actual quality of the card itself and the compound factors that make a piece what it is, and the autograph and the registration of this image and slightly faded quality. I love that. It's like you can see here the yellow print is cutting into the blue and it creates this green underline. Same thing here with the All Star selection. So many elements that I love about this particular card that pull it together. And it was one of those things, right, where you see that card on auction and you're just like, oh, I gotta put my hand in here, and you always know, right, that auction kind of goes down to the wire a little bit, and you're like, oh, I gotta win it. It's just how it goes, and it's a really cool one. Musial's got a lot of great cards throughout his career, especially those early Bowmans. I really enjoy those early Bowmans. Um, Let me think. Not too much else to say about this card. This is one of those ones that like speaks for itself. It's really this great. I feel like you get to this point. There's those early 50s, like right after that kind of that immediate post-war period of the late 40s, early 50s cards that still kind of feel like they remain in the pre-war period a little bit, especially those 50 Bowman cards, even 51 and 52. But I almost want to say the turning point is 55 Bowman and the end of Bowman cards, right? You kind of go into those later when Tops just totally takes over, those later Tops period. Those to me are very modern. They're very pop art, and this is a good example of that, as well as the 58 and 59 sets. I think those really kind of just take it into this new era of cards that is kind of modern industrial style even. Um, this one's great, like right on the cusp of and occurring as the change, right? I almost feel like I look at this and I see the nascent 60 tops design, 1960 tops design in this card, just through the aesthetics and the pop art kind of industrial style that you see big time in the 60 tops. That's when they pull together those late 50s, 58, 59 designs and really condense it and distill it into what becomes the entirety of the 60s to me. That 60 tops card design really sets it off. So super cool card. I'm gonna have to actually, for the next edition of this, there's cards that I don't have digital images of, at least not like readily available. So I might have to condense some of that and pop one of those in, because there's a lot of all the cards that I've done thus far, I have pretty readily available digital images of, and they're usually pretty high quality scans. So I'll see what I can do there. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this video. One of my kind of low key favorite cards in the collection. Catch you later.